How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. China had an emergency rate cut on Sunday, and it's not exactly what you think. I want to talk about that, talk about why they're going to such measures to protect the economy right now. We also have news about Biden administration pushing through some legislation or trying to get some legislation passed that could be devastating to crypto. Also, we have some other news that's happening this week in the crypto market, including a big crypto influencer being kicked out of his own channel and some economic data that we have to pay attention to. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn that bell notification underneath the video. I just posted this same video, basically covering the same stuff, but we had some technical difficulties, so I am refilming it. Hopefully it's good for you. So if you want to support the channel, you can check out these hats right below the description, right above the comment section. You can get one of these. Also, there's a link down there to the Patreon in case you want to know what I'm buying and selling in times like this, where we are seeing Bitcoin down a good amount in the last month. You can know what I'm buying and selling by checking out that Patreon. And if you want to start trading yourself, you can check out the link to BitGet. As you can see, crypto, pretty stagnant, not doing too much, but there is a lot happening behind the scenes. For example, we do have some important economic data this week. On Wednesday, we have the GDP revision. We're expecting 2.4%. That's what we got last time. And obviously, if we go up too high, it could be bad for the market. If we go down too low, it could be bad for the market. It depends exactly how the market takes it. But basically, if GDP moves up a lot, people are worried that we're going to have to keep rates higher for longer. And if it goes too low, then people are worried about recession. So I think pretty much no news is good news if it stays around 2.4%. Then we have PCE on Thursday. So obviously that's a Fed's preferred inflation gauge. If it comes in high, it's going to cause people to think that they're going to keep interest rates higher for longer, which is obviously bad for crypto and for stocks, for most of stocks at least. So we'll have to pay attention to that later this week. Now, the founder of DYDX, big crypto company, crypto builders should give up serving U.S. customers for now and try to re-enter in 5 to 10 years. It's not really worth the hassle, compromises. Most of the market is overseas anyways. Innovate there, find product market fit, then come back with more leverage. Now, Brian Armstrong from Coinbase said, I see your point, but I think it will be better in a short period of time. Probably in the next year, if I had to guess. The U.S. always gets it right after exhausting every other option. It will heal from the wounds no matter how hard a small group of people try to stop progress. Antonio from DYDX says he's optimistic, but if you're scaled, you can deal with that. If you're not scaled, if you're a startup, you haven't found product market fit, then the trade-off to move faster and more freely seems worth it somewhat for the smaller market size. Now, that is an unfortunate thing that's been happening over the last couple of years. The government has been really demonstrating that they are basically trying to push out cryptocurrency, or they think that they can get a stranglehold on it. And because America is important, that they can still keep crypto here, which I think is not happening right now. They're pushing it out. And while BlackRock and other large entities are trying to move and buy more Bitcoin, offer it to the masses, that hasn't really helped so much yet with legislation. We're actually getting more news this week from the government proposing new crypto tax reporting rules. This is coming from the Biden administration. It's going to it causes cryptocurrency brokers, including exchanges and payment processors, to have to report new information on user sales to the IRS. Now, this is a proposed U.S. Treasury Department rule published on Friday. This would even include other companies that just touch information like Etherscan to have to report information, which means that they would have to have personal information on you. I don't think this is good for the industry. I don't think it's good for us as U.S. citizens, but it might be good for the IRS because they can just get more taxes. I think that would cause a lot of people to cut back on how much they're actually using a lot of these products, websites, services, and I don't think it's right. Hopefully this does not pass. And we have seen some political candidates try to push for cryptocurrency adoption. They'll probably be talking about how this is a bad thing. And hopefully the people that are pro-crypto can kind of push it out over time. Now, one country that is in a rough spot right now is China. The People's Bank of China lowered their one-year loan prime rate to 3.45 from 3.55. This is a week ago. Now, they just came out yesterday and they are now cutting taxes on stock trading to boost market confidence. So this is to hopefully potential a rally in the $9.6 trillion equity market. It is interesting that this is about 1/4 the size of the U.S., if I remember. Even though our economies are both really large, China's equity market is much smaller. But they say that they're going to try to boost this they're going to try to increase confidence by cutting taxes in half. Now, I think that's really interesting. They've done this before, but the U.S. has never done anything like this. I think this would be pretty much unprecedented in the U.S. I think it could cause some selling in the U.S. because there are a lot of people that are sitting on a lot of gains, and if you could cut your taxes in half from 15% long-term capital gains down to 7.5, I think some people would be more likely to take some profits. At least that is just my own opinion. But I think it would make sense. A lot of people would probably sell off. Now, there would also be more money flooding into the space because then you could get more outsized returns, or if you could get similar returns and be taxed half as much, that could make a big difference to where you want to put your money. Now, that was a bit of an emergency rate cut. That's what I'm talking about. This was an emergency rate cut on Sunday to try to stimulate some activity. China is also telling state banks to buy stocks and to contain selling, basically trying to control what they're doing with their money. I can't imagine that happening here. The government going to BlackRock and saying, don't sell anything more. Obviously, they are a different kind of government than the U.S. government, but still kind of interesting what they're doing to try to stop this kind of sentiment, or to stop the sentiment from falling even further, especially with Evergrande. They started trading again today after being frozen for a long time, down 80%, 80%. So we'll have to continue to watch China, obviously one of the world's largest economies, and we'll have to keep an eye on it. Now, they did launch the first Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchange in Hong Kong here today. So August 3, I believe, was when they allowed cryptocurrency trading, but there wasn't a lot of accessibility for retail traders. But now they will have accessibility using Hashkey. So I think this is a good positive step forward. Obviously, when August 3rd happened, we said that it would take a while for them to get into the markets, but this is good news. I think more people in crypto, obviously good for the market. And then couple last things. BitBoy Crypto is being pushed out of his own channel. Twitter doesn't even want to show it to me. It's blacklisted. No, but my computer's still having a couple issues here, obviously. BitBoy Crypto fired from BitBoy Crypto. Now he's just called Boy, from Jason A. Williams. Effective immediately, Ben Armstrong will no longer be working with Hit Network, BJ Investment Holdings, and all subsidiary brands, including but not limited to BitBoy Crypto and Around the Blockchain. This decision has not been easy. However, after long consideration, we are confident this is the only path forward. A little bit more information. Adam Cochran points out that apparently this may be due to some kind of investigation. However, the company did remove his face from the PFP for BitBoy Crypto Twitter. Not sure what's going to happen here. Hopefully we'll get more information over time. BitBoy is pretty talkative, someone that wants to be in the limelight, so I'm sure that he'll go on someone's channel and explain what's happening here. Maybe he'll come back, maybe he won't, but obviously this is just pretty big news for the space because he is one of the largest creators. And last thing I want to cover, OnlyFans parent company bought $20 million worth of Ethereum as revenue surge. This is back in 2021 and 2022. They bought nearly $20 million worth of Ether, and now it's down to about $11.4 million worth of Ether. This is from a filing a while ago, as of November 30, 2022. So this could have changed between then and now, but it is interesting to see another multi-billion-dollar revenue company owning cryptocurrency. I think it's good. Now let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Again, thank you for hitting subscribe and turn that bell notification, hitting the like button and all that, because I did have to re-record this video after I spent a lot of time trying to fix my computer. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Again, you can check out this hat down below, and I will see you in the next video.